So I'm going to show you how to get your fabric in your hoop. So you want to unscrew the outer ring and pop your hoop into 2 parts, and then you want to get the inner bit, so that's the bit without a screw on, and lay it flat on your table. Lay your fabric over top, and don't worry too much about it being perfectly centered. You can always, when you've finished stitching, jiggle it around, you know, take it out and put it back in so it's completely centered and lovely. My aim when I put a project in a hoop is just to make sure I can access all of the bits to stitch nice and easily. So you've got your inner ring flat on the table, your fabric on top, and then you want to push down the outer ring over the top. Now you may need to loosen it even more to do that, so there's some movement there. So just lay it down and push it on so it's holding your fabric, and then you want to tighten this screw here up. So I'm just going to pop that round so I can do that. And just before you're kind of as tight as you can go, you want to pull the corners of your fabric so that your fabric is nice and taut in your hoop. And the aim is to get it kind of tight like a drum skin, if you've ever handled a drum skin before. And you know, you may find that you need to keep re-tightening your fabric as you go because you're tugging on it as you stitch, and that's fine. If you notice it's getting a little bit slack, just stop for a minute, pull the corners and pull the edges so it's tight, and do that screw back up as tightly as you can get it. I see people stitching a lot with slack fabric, and it makes your life harder. Do spend the time to get it nice and flat and taut in your hoop, and make sure you're keeping an eye on it as you stitch and readjust it as you go.